Doing this will help you score higher points.
All right, here we go again. Part 2 of our review and ranking of at least 116 Atari games. We're putting in these 2 buckets here. Keeper, toss. Right, we're checking them on this Atari Light 6er with the S-Video mod on a flat screen TV. Having some issues with seeing some of the stuff on it. I guess that's life. I got the Professor here.
Hello.
Say hi, Professor. Look in the camera. And
Hey.
perfect, just like Review Bra does. You know, hold a cartridge up and get the snapshot. Then here's all the cartridges. So we did A through whatever comes before F last time.
E.
E, likely story. And we got a lot more to go here. And we put some in the toss bin and some in the keep bin, and I don't know if I'm gonna go recheck those again or not. All right, so all that prefacing, and
Frogs and flies.
Frogs and Flies is up first, and Adam's keeping score.
Got the manual.
I'll say hi to my fan base, both of those people. All right, here we go, Adam. Frogs and Flies, Activision. I didn't see what year it was.
That's the keeper then, right?
Now, no preconceived notions, man.
82.
All right, so you know what kind of technology you're dealing with in 82.
Difficulty switches.
Let me turn that volume up.
Position B is for easy game.
All these are on B.
A is for harder game.
Okay. All right, hang on, I gotta get some noise.
Winning tips.
I mean, how come it's not? I don't hear anything. It's not playing. What was that noise? Is that your phone?
You need to turn the TV up.
TV's, come on.
What's
It's
up?
on 45. Oh, there it goes. All right, let me turn this light off too. That's too
Oh, I
loud.
love that noise.
You're
Sharks
saying-
make noises
You're
like
saying that in a farcical manner.
I'm being sarcastic. It looks pretty good. I mean, overall, I think it's pretty,
Turn the volume down here. All right, so I'm on the left.
pretty clever for an Atari game.
So what's the name of it?
Frogs. This isn't Frogs and Flies.
Now, this is Fishing Derby.
What?
All right, so here
Fishing
I
Derby.
lower the line here and try to grab a fish, and the shark eats it. So it's a good game for kids, right? I like the graphics well enough. It only has one screen. Watch me pull this fish up that
It's got
shark.
a shark in the background.
What do you mean in the background? This is a shark, right?
Yeah. Well, he's in the background because he's black. Otherwise, he'd be like a blue and white.
I mean,
Just, my opinion.
what do you,
I don't know. I thought it had like a 3D kind of
you think it'd be? I mean, you think that dude looks like a human? Let's look at this from another viewpoint.
Looks like a English
Looks like a.
citizen.
How come? What's going on here? I got a fish now. That dude's beating me.
Looks like colonial times.
Well,
Are they on a pier?
let's say I was home alone. Now here's the other thing about the 80s is that, you know, say you're a kid in the 80s or 70s, late 70s, 80s. You had nothing else to do, right? You had to have nothing else to do
Daytime
to
TV.
play with your TV with this game. Shark just
If
ate my
you're a
fish.
cool kid, you had a ColecoVision or
Yeah.
an Odyssey.
Yeah. But so the only reason I'd keep this is for if like I had like nephews and nieces come over or something like that. And it's Activision.
Yeah, maybe a young child would enjoy it.
But all right, let's go ahead and rank it here. Let's get more
Graphics. What do you think about the graphics?
moderate.
Is that a check?
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Sound sucks.
Sound sucks. Yeah.
Interest?
Slight interest.
That'll be a check then. Got any intangible thoughts?
No intangibles on this one. Let me just make sure the screen's coming in good. No intangibles.
Overall, I'll say
Fishing Derby.
overall, I believe it's a negative.
You believe it's a toss? Are you keeping your games for yourself, or are you having them for people coming over? Legit question.
For myself, I would probably
For myself, I wouldn't play it.
play it one time.
Yeah.
This is all it is.
All right.
I could read the manual, see if it does anything different.
I don't think it does.
Alright, that's a negative then. What do you want to give it?
Oh, on the ranking? Well, then we also got to compare it to Combat, okay?
Combat got a... Where's Combat?
I think we cranked.
Combat got a 6.5.
Yeah, I think combat needs to be like the middle of the road.
Asteroids got a 7.
Right. I'd say combat's more like a 6. I know we're going back. But I mean,
It's good.
the graphics suck. You admit? Combat graphics sucks.
It's the multi-gameplay.
This is a... If combat's a 6, right, multi-gameplay, multiple games, you're right.
I'd give this a 4.
4.5? Yeah, 4 to 4.5. All right. Your call.
4.
All right, you're the scribe. You got it.
Let's do frogs and flies next.
Frogs and flies next. I'm putting the toss bin.
Okay.
Frogs and flies, man.
I'm already feeling like it's a Frogger ripoff.
All right, no. Check it out. All right, you ready?
Wow, that's awesome.
Now, I got some neighbors that like this game,
That looks like a real frog.
but they're 4. So you see, you fly, you jump up here. It's the only thing you do, and you just try to suck those flies down with your tongue.
Is it a 2-player game, usually?
Yeah. Or it's AI.
How come the flies are different colors?
I don't know. It's visual interest. I wonder if I can hear that on the video. I'll put it on 10.
Okay.
All right, this is it. It's well, at least it's, you know, you can fight the other person, right? You can't control the jump at all, the angle or the
You
height.
just go back and forth.
Yeah.
Trying to see if there's any special features.
All right.
Quick release on the joystick makes the frog take a short jump.
Oh, okay.
So we're already learning.
Well, I mean, how did it find short? I'm quick releasing the hell out of it.
How high a frog jumps depends on how long you hold the joystick.
All right, see that green thing? I'm jumping over that green thing.
Maybe it's not an original joystick.
Oh, it works
Might not have any
fine.
sensitivity.
I got original joystick here. We can do it.
Like a
Let's net this out.
velocity sensitivity.
Let's net this out. You ready?
Okay.
Graphics are pretty bad.
Yeah, I'd give them the graphics a negative.
Negative. All right.
Sound, I mean, the frog looks great. That actually looks like one of the only things in an Atari game that actually looks like what it would in real life.
The sprites, the frog sprites.
Yeah, look at the legs, the arc of the legs,
Yeah.
and the back.
You're a
Okay, anyhow.
You're a naturalist. All right. What else?
What about the sound? You get like 2 sounds. Sounds like a rocket and a...
It looks like the tongue ejection sound. And there's a sound when you catch one.
No music though.
No music. Anyhow, this is a
Interest.
toss. Unless you're saving it for kids, this is a toss.
Yeah, but we're not saving them. I mean, we can keep them, but
Yeah.
for our own personal
Nah.
interest. Damn. Man. What do you want to give it? 3.5? 3?
Well, that last game, was it better or worse than the other Fishing Derby? Fishing
I'd
Derby
say-
had better graphics.
Yeah, this is a kind.
I'd say Fishing Derby was a 4.5. This is a 4.
Alright. Sounds good to me.
All right.
What's next? Football?
You're easy to get along with, man. All right, it's going to toss bucket. Football. All right, I don't have that. It's a toss. It's real easy. Ready? Toss.
Wow.
All right.
Football.
I don't know if I'm pink or yellow.
What are those? Skulls?
Those are football players, like with helmets on.
Looks like chess pieces.
Yeah.
or
well,
aliens
You're
or
gonna see chess pieces.
Aliens.
You think it's a paddle game?
Let me see. I'm getting the manual. I'm downloading all these.
That's fine. All right. Right now it's not doing
To
anything.
begin play, the timer clock at the top center of the playfield begins counting down.
Okay.
It's not doing that.
Is it? This is tough here. It's toss, man. It's a 3.5.
It's not even. Yeah, we can't even get it to start.
Let's see if it's a paddle game. Football.
No, it's saying joystick.
Use the joystick controllers.
There are 5 offensive and 5 defensive formations. Use your joystick to program the formation you wish to
I'm out.
use.
I'm out. I'm not programming anything with the joystick.
Did you hear that? For an Atari game?
All right, you
we
ready?
would never figure that out. Yeah.
All right, we're going to compare and contrast Freeway and Frogger.
Well, what'd you think about football?
3.5 tops.
3.5. Freeway.
All right, this is Frogger.
Okay.
Yeah, let's talk about it. I know, what year is it? Do you know?
Let me pull it up.
82, 83.
I can tell you, I already love this game because of the music.
Yeah, and it's a port. I like all ports. You know, I think
It was a fun game when I played it when I was a kid.
Yeah,
That was my highest
that's your highest.
highest praise.
Okay.
Looking for the year.
All right, I got it working. All right, so Frogger, you ready? You got
82.
half of it's road, half of it's river, right? And then you
Yeah.
get across there.
And you got to make sure the turtles don't
Boom.
sink.
Is it a turtle? Looks like a kind of a.
Those are you're jumping on the turtles' backs, and they're coming up and going down.
Oh, okay. What's my gameplay piece?
It's a frog.
Is that what they call Frogger?
Yeah.
I'm dead now.
You get
Oh, I
an
got
extra
back.
life if you get the frog up there.
You think?
Yeah. Trust me, I know this game.
All right, so let's rank it. It's a keeper
Definitely.
because it's a port.
I think the graphics are pretty cool myself.
You like the music? Did you have this as a kid?
Yeah, I remember playing it at my aunt's house. My cousin had an Atari.
I'm gonna turn this volume down.
That's where I first played it, and then we probably got it later on at our house.
Right.
And,
Yeah, I'm losing.
I'm giving it checks all the way across.
Okay.
What do you think? How do you think this would rate to combat?
Well, how do you think it would? Yeah, to combat or asteroids, which
I believe the screens change a little bit, like just the maybe some of the.
I think it's difficult to play. It's high playability. I think it's a 7.5.
Yeah, there's just so much going on in this one screen. You got
Yeah.
the snake.
Right.
7.5 sounds good.
All right. 7.5.
I mean, it's a classic.
All right. 7.5. I'm not.
We got
I know we
Freeways
don't.
next.
I know. So that's Frogger. This is Freeway, which is Activision or iMagic.
Is it a rip-off?
Activision. All right. Let me know when you're ready. So Freeway.
Can't find Freeway. Yeah, there it is. So far, I've had every game.
It's cool.
They're all going to be on my phone.
Here we go. Now you see it's chickens. It's not a frog.
Oh, that's awesome looking.
And see, you can go. Oh, he just ran over me.
So you don't have to push the joystick up every time you want to move up?
Man, I do.
Oh, you do?
You can only stay in your lane. Looks like I can't go left or right.
Really?
Yeah.
Because it's too cold.
Well, I guess.
Let's see what year this came out. I need to speak up. Sorry. We'll start talking about it.
You gotta get closer to the camera, probably. All right. I mean, I think it's a keeper. Okay.
It's pretty cool.
Just cause the reason you play it by yourself is just to run that chicken over.
The vehicles look nice compared to Frogger.
Good buzzing sound. There's no water. There's no on
It
and
said
off.
81.
Okay.
So that's before Frogger.
Wow. Okay.
So don't tell me Frogger's a rip-off of this.
Right. Right.
That might lower Frogger's score.
What? Yeah. Frogger's a 7. But this, what's this? 6.5?
Is this all it does?
Yeah.
Does it ever change
I don't
screens?
know.
Like
I don't know. At least you can.
you beat this one, now it's the next screen, or is it just this?
I think you just beat the other guy.
Huh.
Like combat.
Yeah. Are we giving it a score we would have given it in the 80s? Or
What do you mean? Let's.
we had nothing better to
You
do?
think it's 5.5?
Yeah, I'd give it a 5.5.
5.5. Keeper. Woo! Done with the F's.
Graphics are good. Sounds pretty good.
What's next here? Gorf. All right.
Gorf.
So we're going to GHI.
Let's do Gorf.
Gorf.
Was that Tim Conway?
Yeah.
Or is that Dolph? Or
Something Dorf.
Dorf?
All right, you ready? Gorf.
Gorf.
Okay, it looks like Galaxian.
It sure does.
Let me tell you about this. This is a port of a real game.
It's called Gorf?
Yeah. And the real game has multiple screens, and this has multiple screens.
Cool.
Hopefully the microphone's picking this up. How did I die? I can't see the shot
Right.
fired at me. I hate that. So hit the button, it brings the shot back. All right, you want to see a different screen?
Yeah.
looks like a Galaxian ship.
Looks like a
Playing
Starship
Space Invaders.
Enterprise.
Look, different screen. Oh, he just blasted.
Whoa. You still in space?
Yeah.
What is MC?
Look at this. Look what's going on here. Tell me how you deal with that.
Let me look at the manual here.
All right, I need some tips. We only got 2 minutes left.
Astro battles, laser attack. This orbital zone is the Gorfian Empire's first line of defense. Points are scored for all enemies shot.
I barely got that dude. I'm trying to get to the next screen. Is there another screen?
Space Warp Mission 3.
Damn it.
There's 2 more screens after this.
I'm out.
Oh, it goes sideways. No.
So,
Level 3 looks
I've got
cool.
further than that, man. It
Level
seems like
3 looks cool.
it seems like it's hard tonight. All right, we're not able to demonstrate the other screens as much as we'd like.
How come you can't shoot?
Well, you can't see the pixels. You see, I'm killing them. You can't see that it's
Oh, man.
it's a
You need to get you an old school
scaling
tube.
issue.
Need to get you a tube TV. You got one upstairs, don't you?
No, she has one. Let me see if I can get past this screen here.
I have faith in you.
If I can't see the shots, I'm losing.
Oh yeah, that sucks, dude.
Is it on B easiness or A easiness?
Usually, usually the top is easy.
I can't even see the. Okay, look, here's the other screen. Okay, let's check this guy out here.
Yeah, Space Warp.
Well, it's Gorf, and then Gorf had it somewhere.
Gorfian Command.
So here's the deal: it's a port of an arcade game, and we love arcade games.
When do you think the arcade game came out? 70s?
Came out before this thing.
This is 81.
It's not a good port, you know. Some ports are decent. Dig Dug is decent. Battlezone's probably decent. Berzerk's probably decent. This didn't execute well. It's losing points for that. It's a keeper, okay? What do you think?
Graphics just weren't as good as the arcade game?
Well, I mean, they're as good as any Atari
Or
game,
was
right?
the play different?
I can't see what's going on. I think the play's a little bit
Well,
different.
you can't blame that on the game.
All right, I can't play. You're right. I think the play's a little different.
Alright, so graphics,
I think it's a 5.5.
I think graphics were good.
Yeah, I'm saying they're good.
Sound was decent.
Yeah. Multiple
Interest was
screens.
there.
Multiple-
Intangibility was there. It's a
Yeah.
good 5.5.
You think
That's
it's
what
higher?
we gave Freeway.
Yeah.
Think that's good? Think that's about right?
Well, I mean, I think we're always within a half a point, right? I don't think it's
I'm
like
going to give it a 6.
All right,
because
6
it's got
it is.
different screens.
6. It is. I think we're always within half a point. We're not like missing it by 2 points.
What's next?
Galaxian.
That's a good one.
It's a port. Are you
Let me
ready?
find it. Yeah, I'm ready. I mean,
Now-
this is a classic.
You know, shit. The real, I got to quit cussing because it's made for TV. The real Galaxian comes down and, no, it's Galaga that's vacuums you up. They never made a Galaga for Atari. They did some aftermarket Galagas.
Galaxian are like insects.
Yeah. I
All
mean,
these games are rip-offs of the first Space Invaders game, I guess.
right, which is 79, and it turned Japan, the whole country of Japan, into one Space Invader bar.
This is 83.
Yeah, right. I think it's a good port. I mean, they don't make the arcade game and the 2600 cartridge the same year. You know that.
Right.
Yeah.
Atari games come out later.
All right, so this is equal to Asteroids. What do you think?
Okay, Asteroids.
Asteroids a port. This is a port. Asteroids was 7, 7.5.
I think it was a 7. 7 on Asteroids.
Okay.
I think this would be up there with Asteroids and Defender.
All right. Now we may be showing arcade bias.
Defender got a 6.
Defender couldn't see
6.5.
it.
Galaxian.
It's either 7 or 7.5. I'd play this more than once.
I'll give it a 7. Screens change any? Get
No,
harder?
no, they get faster.
Good graphics, good sound, good interest, good intangibility, good all the way across.
Yeah. I mean, to get to the screen, see if it changes any. If
You
I
get
get
2 ships.
3 usually.
I mean, like, two of them on the screen.
No,
at the
that's
same time.
Galaga. This is Galaxian. It's a whole
I
different.
get those confused.
Right. They never made a Galaga port.
About the last Starfighter game. Remember that movie?
Oh, I didn't see it.
He got discovered playing a arcade game in a trailer park. He got taken to the Galactic Federation.
Because they were so good.
Yep.
I can play this every night. Nobody comes and gets me from outer space. All right, same screens.
All right. Just harder.
Yeah. You gotta admit I'm doing good here.
You're an expert.
I'm an expert at playing with my joystick. All right, here we go. Keeper.
All right. Yes.
Now this one here, I don't think you've ever seen this one before.
Gravatar.
Gravitar. All right. Are you ready? 1983.
Gravitar.
It's a port.
Okay.
And
Do you have it on that thing
come
over
on, fella. What's that?
there? You have it on your Mini?
Yeah, I do.
I played it then.
You played it, but you never played the Atari. And it's not playing. Let me do some Atari cartridge magic here. Folks at home, so we special gas.
Gravitar.
I don't want to use alcohol on it because I don't want it to dry. All right, you ready?
Yep. Ready.
Why won't you start? All right, here comes alcohol.
Graphics in the manual look better than the real game.
Probably. All right, I'm hitting the toothbrush with alcohol. People will
Do what you
probably,
got to do.
if anybody ever watches this, which is unlikely, they may say, "That's not how you do it."
Don't let your ship be drawn into the killer sun or you will crash.
Your shit.
Ship.
Oh. Same thing. All right, this is a good one. Trust me, but I can't prove it to you if it doesn't load, right?
Need to blow it some more.
All right.
Blow that alcohol out of there.
We're doing a.
The graphics look pretty cool.
Well, you haven't seen it.
I'm looking at it on the manual here.
All right, you ready? Come on.
One way to complete
You know, maybe
your
maybe
mission.
it's loading memory, and maybe it just takes a minute.
Memory's in the cartridge.
Right.
It should be automatic.
That's a cool logo there.
Yeah, it looks kind of like a guitar.
Gravatar.
Raw guitar.
Man, this is killing me.
Well, it looks like that's going in the toss.
That's not going in the toss. I played it.
You let it dry for a minute, come back
Let
to
me
it.
shoot Deoxid into the game reset button. Deoxid, there's some product placement.
Did you press the red button?
Can't find it. Found it. Alright. So if you're playing along at home,
Did you press the button on the controller?
let me try that.
Hey!
Didn't even have to use it. Okay, so look, these are planets, okay? Those guys are going to come and shoot you.
Watch out for the sun.
Same controls as asteroids.
So it zooms in on the
Yeah,
fight?
yeah.
That's pretty cool.
The other thing you check out, it zooms in on the planets,
Oh yeah.
right?
I
So
mean, this is an awesome concept.
this is awesome, man. It's hard. You can't beat it.
Just the detailed gameplay.
Right. They worked hard on this port.
I like the fact that it zooms in. It uses like a...
And what someone pick up is whatever the hell this is. Fuel?
that purple thing.
Yeah. But I can't even aim straight.
Let me see.
I
Did you get it?
I think I got it somehow.
Okay, fuel depot.
Alright. Alright, I'm blasting out of here. Why won't you let me blast out of here?
Strategy.
I gotta shoot everything. It's not letting me leave.
When leaving the entry port, rotate the ship left or right. That's not it.
I gotta shoot these little suckers here. Alright, do no moss.
Entry port. Go to the entry port.
I want to go to the entry port. I want to get the hell out of here.
Watch out for the killer sun.
I think I can hook a shot over on that dude?
Alien reactor base.
So it's hard to tell which direction the ship's pointed. All right. You got to give it.
Looks kind of like a sword.
You got to give it some credit for shotting. Come on, Kevin.
They turned into a fuel cell.
Boom! I got out. Okay.
Cool.
Now, let me show you the wild one. Ah, shoot! I can't. I gotta kill this dude. Can't take any chances.
Good job.
Oh, I don't want to go there.
What is that?
It's another planet.
That's a planet?
I want to show you the trick one. Yeah. And gravity's pulling me towards there.
That's pretty cool. Kind of like that game. What was the first video game?
Yeah.
Space Wars?
Space Wars. All right. Let's rank it.
Well, in my mind, it's getting check marks all the way across.
Let's talk about what constitutes a 10.
I mean, that's hard.
It has to be the best game Atari has, or, I mean, you know, when you're playing Atari, you're not going to be too excited.
Yeah. Yeah. Nowadays.
Nowadays. You think 8.5? It's better than Asteroids. Is it better than Chopper Command? Chopper Command's good. Hopefully Chopper Command has a high score. I mean, higher score.
Let's see here. 8.
Yeah.
Berzerk has an 8.
This changes screens, right? Of course, Chopper Command is kind of. It's either 8 or 8.5, man.
Let's go for
You tell me.
8.5.
All right. You got to call it. You got to.
1983.
All right. Okay.
What's this?
Home run.
8.
Home run. All right.
Home run.
It's a toss. You didn't even look at the screen yet. You
Is that a
ready?
nose? What is that?
I don't know.
Hat?
Is it a paddle game?
Home run. Look at all the numbers.
Let me see if it's a paddle game.
Can't be a paddle game.
Joystick.
We'll pull it up here.
Boom.
Here it is. So far.
I'm ready to go. I'm hitting the buttons. I'm moving the joystick.
You're the pitcher, I guess.
Okay.
It's not as good as baseball.
I think it's a toss, man. Graphics.
Swing the bat.
I can't do anything with it, but that doesn't mean it's the game's fault. It could be operator error. I think the graphics suck. I mean, the reason you'd play it is to say, this is what the games used to look like, kids. You know? You're lucky.
Yeah, I mean, where's the outfield?
Well, how come it's not starting?
See if I can find that answer.
Oh, man. Yeah.
In the A position, you will have slower outfielders.
Okay. I don't have any of it. Alright, it's in the A. Alright, I'm giving up. We don't know what this sounds like.
I can imagine.
There's probably no replay on it.
He's got 3 pitchers now.
Maybe that's the outfield. Alright,
What?
it's a toss, but what's its ranking?
0.
I think it's still 3.5. Alright, you ready for this one? There's going to be a lot of debate on this one here.
Not yet.
Alright. This one's not going in the slot very well.
What is it?
Haunted House.
Nice.
I don't know how to play it. You see my eyeballs?
I remember this game.
You can illuminate there, looks like a little bit. Now, some people say they actually get scared playing this game.
For real?
And for you people following along at home, scared is SKEERED.
And they feel claustrophobic?
They're like, you can get scared.
Jump scared?
What, oh, look at that shit. Yeah. It's Casper.
Did you get scared?
Wow. I got
Is that
scared.
supposed to be a house?
I got scared that I looked like an idiot.
Is that a house or a cave?
Or a maze.
Watch out for the bats.
How do you get out the door? Is there a key? You're trying to find
Let's
something.
see here. Game objective. Find the 3 pieces of the magic urn and carry them back to the main entrance.
Well, there's a spider. There's a bat.
Game 1 is a training mission to teach you how to move around the mansion.
I hit something. Game 1 is? Okay, alright. I got it.
This game variation, the
1 and 2.
walls around the rooms are lighted.
I'm in game 2 now. Now I'm scared.
You're in game 2 now?
Yeah. I'm scared now. Look at this stuff here, dude.
I don't understand what's going on.
I got an urn, man. I got part of an urn. Where's the rest of the urn? You gotta earn it.
Haha. Good one.
Alright, so some of these games are more thought intensive than just shoot. Right?
Yeah, I probably would never have enjoyed this game.
This is a game like you're down here 11:30 at night.
The lights off.
You're not happy with your life, right? You're like, how did I end up here? All by myself in my basement with this stupid ass Atari game that I can't go back in time with. And, you know, maybe I read people get scared from playing on the internet. Maybe I'll connect with something.
Maybe I'll get scared. Feel something.
You know, maybe I'll feel something as a man. You know? Oh, I found another piece of urn where I dropped the urn. All right, it's a keeper.
Pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a 5.5 or what?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right.
Got good sound.
It's got good sound.
Sound goes a long way.
I mean, people will probably on the internet. You know, all 2 people on the internet will probably argue with us and say it should be higher than 5.5.
How long do the matches last?
Well, you got to find the urn pieces without dying.
That spider? Was that a spider?
Spiders lit me up. That's game over. All right, haunted house keeper.
All right.
Let's throw to 6, okay?
Bump it up to 6.
Bump it up to 6. All right, you ready?
Yep.
Next game.
Okay.
Human Cannonball. All right.
Cool.
All right.
That's supposed to be the cannon?
Well, you ready?
Yep.
So, I would think that you aim this and you change your degrees in your velocity. So, I'm using the stick, change the degrees.
Yep.
And then,
What is that? Is that
that's where you're supposed to land. Now I'm going to hold the button down.
that is pretty good. Whoa. I like the way the body rotates. Go up higher.
I'm trying to change the angle to dangle here.
Miles per hour. 38 miles per hour.
38.
Angle of the cannon is at 50, 60.
Yeah.
Keep on going. You need to
Come
go
on.
About
Oh,
100.
getting close.
About 90.
About, okay.
Moving window, water tower.
Oh, man. Ouch.
70.
Just give me some more speed and this 80 is going to work. I think I got to hold the button down longer. All right, you ready?
Let me make sure. Let me see.
Come on.
The maximum speed for all games is 45.
Ouch.
To adjust the speed down to 0, wait. Adjusted by the joystick. Increase, you press to the right. Decrease to the left.
Speed.
That's what it said. Looks like
That
it's
thing's
going-
moving. The damn.
What?
What the hell? I wanted higher speed. I didn't even hit the button that time. Maybe it's AI playing. No, I hit the button that time.
Still moving closer though.
All right. Got one.
Good job.
Yes. Look at him. All right, so let's quantify this. Keep or toss?
Well, I think it's a keeper.
Okay. And because you think you could work it out?
Yeah, the manual is a lot more in depth. I think there's a lot more you can do as far as controlling it.
All right. All right, so let's do.
I like it though. I like the body
The graphics aren't that great. I like the ouch.
The body flying through the air is pretty great.
All right, so what's the score? You think it's still 5.5 or what?
No, I'd say 5.
Okay.
Graphics suck.
Graphics
Sound
suck.
sucks. Interest is pretty good. Intangible's good. Overall sucks.
All right.
What else we got?
All right. There's Human Cannonball.
Indy 500.
500. All right. Here we go. You think it's a paddle game?
Sounds like combat.
Yeah, it's like combat, isn't it?
Can you shoot people?
No, you're racing.
Paddle game.
It's a paddle game?
Yeah.
Well, you want to play
77. Came out in 77.
Really? We got to get credit for that.
Probably came out before combat.
Yeah. Yeah. So what are you thinking? I was thinking toss it initially, but is it one of the older games?
That's what it says. 77.
I wonder what the oldest game is.
Why does it keep driving through stuff for?
It's because I'm hitting the button.
Oh.
Yeah.
I still think it sucks.
I think it sucks. All right, let's toss it. What's the score? It's tossed.
Which one to give it?
4.5?
4.5?
Yeah, 4.5. I don't know. You think
4.
4?
Graphics sucks. Sound sucks.
All right.
Interest is good.
All right. Ready?
Hey, there it is.
Hey, buddy.
Which one's this?
This is Infiltrate.
Infiltrate.
Yeah. Well, if it comes on, it's Infiltrate. I want to clean it.
I'm going back upstairs.
Hey.
I just brought him down because he's barking constantly, and I know what he wants. He wants to come down here.
Okay.
We're all writing paper stuff. I got to go.
Yeah.
Right? Can't
We're
stay
doing
right now.
advanced science. We're doing a lot of scientific stuff here.
Yeah, okay. What's wrong with him? He wants to come down here.
He likes
See?
it down here. It's cool down here.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'll leave y'all alone.
All right. Thanks.
Bye. You want me to bring something down to drink or anything?
Brownies.
Bring what?
Brownies.
Brownies.
Yeah.
Those things she had?
We don't have any brownies. That's joking. That's a joke.
Yeah, okay. There's
It's
some
like-
stuff upstairs.
like
you
say
need
you're
up
in
there.
your mom's basement as a kid. All right, Mom, we got to work here. Look. See this? Infiltrate.
Kind of reminds me of the Tron screen.
Yeah.
Intro screen.
It's kind of better than Tron game. I tried to play Tron the other night. I couldn't play it.
Is that a hat?
It's Abe Lincoln.
Is that why does the top pack get bigger than smaller?
So how do I win?
Get to the top, I imagine.
Something just shot at me.
Okay, bye.
All right.
Do it. Go. You're almost there. To the left. There you go. Perfect. What was that?
That was the giant thing you're supposed to hit.
I thought it was a wall.
Now what do I do? Come back down?
I don't know. Let me look it up. Infiltrate.
Does it give me a gun or something? Oh, I got a gun now, dude.
Wow, that was a loud gun.
Yeah. Your gun can shoot
It sounds
through
like
bullets.
Yar's Revenge.
It's similar sound.
Yeah.
They can only program so many sounds, you know. I think my gun's gone.
You only had 2 shots?
Yeah.
Down there. See that thing down there?
Yeah, I'll go with that guy to move. Oh, hell.
Got it.
Oh, yeah, I got it now. Come on.
Do it. Oh!
Oh, man, I didn't do that. All right. What do you think? It's colorful.
Yeah, it's colorful. Good sound.
Yeah. Semi-challenging. Right.
It's got a 90-day limited warranty.
Does it?
Yeah.
What? These expired? Over 40 years?
Maybe.
Games
by Apollo.
I mean, it's kind of a 5, 5.5, or 4.5.
Yeah. I think the graphics are pretty good.
Yeah. I think it's worth keeping.
Sounds good.
All right. So.
4.5.
Okay. All right. Got it. All right, infiltrate. All right, now hand me some more.
That
if
was
you
the
don't mind.
eyes, huh?
Yep. What do
I'll
you
give you
got?
the J's and the K's.
All right.
And the L.
Okay.
Kaboom.
Thank you, sir. All right, you ready? Journey. Remember this one? This is a port.
Really?
Yep. There used to be an arcade game called Journey. Journey was big.
You think it had anything to do with the band?
Yeah, it's 100% the band. And let me get the electronics ready.
Don't stop.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what song they play. They do have kind of a version of a song on here.
Are you like a roadie trying to get some
Yeah.
snacks for the band?
Where's the air compressed air?
You put it somewhere. There it is. Bottom shelf.
All right, here
Journey
we go.
Escape or just Journey?
Oh, let's see here.
We've got two Journey Escapes.
Journey Escape. You hear that sweet music?
That looks pretty cool.
Look, just a small town girl. What?
Why did they
Now look, you got to run through these, whatever the hell they are.
hearts? I guess.
Brains and hearts. And are you Neil Sean? Are you Neil Peart?
You're
Are
in
you?
outer space.
What's the lead singer's name? Steve. What's his name?
Steve Irwin.
Steve Irwin. Steve.
Steve Austin.
Man, we suck.
Steven Tyler.
He had his own band. He said, "Oh Sherry, your love goes on." What's that guy's name? It's not Steve Journey. You think it's Steve Irwin?
No.
What do you think it is?
I'll find out here in just a second.
Oh, you gotta know it, man. You can't do the Google.
No, I'm looking on the manual.
Steve Perry.
Sneaky photographs. You're on the road with Journey, one of the world's hottest rock groups.
Yeah, I died.
A spectacular performance has just ended. Now it's up to you to guide each Journey band member past hordes of love-crazed groupies, sneaky photographers, and shifty-eyed promoters.
What could go wrong with that? So the hearts are the groupies?
Yep, love-crazed groupies.
Yeah, alright.
Then you got your shifty-eyed promoters,
Alright.
your sneaky
So which
photographers.
band member is this? It's pretty cool that the band said, you gotta have all of us in the video, not just Steve Perry.
Drummer Stephen Smith, keyboard player Jonathan Kane,
Yeah?
bass player Ross Valerie,
Yeah.
lead guitarist Neil Scone,
I got that one right.
and lead singer Steve Perry are counting on you. Some will win, some will lose.
What about Steve's brother Joe Perry?
Nope.
Well, I
You
think
gotta get him to the Scarab escape vehicle.
Scarabic, like scarab. Anyhow, I'm not doing too good. It's a keeper. What do you want to call it? It's a keeper just for comedy value.
You're in outer space, being chased by groupies.
There's more screens than this. It's not the
I'll
only
give it a
screen.
6.
Give it a 6, huh?
Yeah, I would.
Alright. Let me just try to get through the screen.
I mean, it's got everything.
It's got Neil Perry,
It's got
Star.
interest. This is a
Steve
port.
Perry. Yeah, it is a port.
They had their own video game.
They sure did, man.
They were a very forward-thinking band.
Well, I mean, they try to make video games for a lot of things like that. I'm trying to think. Like E.T., right? Or,
Yeah, but I've never heard of a rock and roll band.
Right. Well, they had rock and roll pinball games, right? Like Kiss and whatever. It's all licensing, right? It's all marketing.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy. I'm trying to get to the top,
Smell on
man.
my shoe.
How do you get to the top?
You get to the top, you'll die.
I don't know what happened. I think I ran out of time. All right, so we're keeping Journey just for.
Journey's awesome.
All right. What was the score?
I gave it a 6.
Barry, you can't eat these things. From 1980.
Hey,
All right, you ready for this one?
Jungle Hunt.
Yeah. I think 6 is solid. No, get out of there. Quit doing that. Hey, get him, see if you can find his toy. Barry, quit eating the cartridges. What do you got to do that for? You know
Maybe
this.
another room.
You know those things. Don't eat the cartridge out of the Atari.
Hey.
Quit doing that. You know what is
Yeah,
wrong with
yeah.
you? Ah,
Where's the
you're out of
toy at?
control. Well, he had some kind of. You might have to call upstairs. All right, what's going on here? Oh, that's pretty cool, man. That's good. Whatever that is, that's good.
It's like a snake or something.
That's like. All right, you ready?
Is this the original?
What?
Drum on it?
I don't know.
Wasn't there a part 2?
Boom. Boom. Boom.
Lucky.
I am lucky.
Oh! Is this it? Over and over?
There's more to it.
I'm thinking of Pitfall.
Right. You're thinking Pitfall.
Pitfall 1, Pitfall 2.
Right.
I barely remember this game.
What do you know? What do you remember?
Just this.
Look, I'm swimming now.
Oh yeah, I remember that too.
Alligators. How much air do I have?
I remember this game.
Dude, I'm swimming like a boat.
Watch out for the gators.
Sucking air. I gotta dodge this gator.
That's Steve Irwin,
Okay.
the gator guy.
I know, man. I know. Too soon. Alright, wonder if there's a third screen. I think there is.
Watch out, you get to the other side of this water.
I'm just plowing through the water.
Watch out.
Dude, I take risks. I'm a risk-taking swimmer.
You sound like a motor, outboard motor.
Sucking that sweet air down. Look at that gator there, man. He's out of control.
Oh, he hit you with his tail.
I'll show him. I'll outswim him.
You can stab
Man,
him.
he's good, man.
Can't you stab him with a knife?
I don't have to. I can outswim him. That's a mean-ass gator, man.
He was hungry.
All right, look.
Yes, I remember that part too.
What was it? What happened to me?
You got smashed by
I'm
boulder.
getting. Oh, okay. All right, Jungle Hunt. What do you think? It's got a little interest to it.
Yeah, I like it.
I don't think it's a port. I think it's a keeper. Yeah.
I think it's good.
What's your ranking?
I don't know. 5, 5.5.
Yeah, 5.5, 6. So,
5.5.
yeah, or 6.
5.5.
Or 6 is good. All right.
Joust.
Now, joust. I got 2 jousts. You know what that means? One of you guys is Hasta La Vista.
Joust.
What do you know about joust? I know everything about joust.
I've been playing it since I was a kid.
No, it's a port.
I never really did anything except just this.
It's a cool port. It's got playability. It's a keeper. It's.
I remember there was an egg you can get.
Yeah, you kill them and you get the eggs.
This one's in looks like Japanese or something.
All right, it's got an egg.
Huh.
All right, so
Does the screen change?
yeah, well, a little bit. Like, see that turns into lava. Some of these things in the middle change. Let me kill this one last bird.
Yeah, I remember playing this as a child.
Yeah, it's a good port, honestly.
Dang it.
Come on. Oh, there's the pterodactyl.
Pterodactyl?
Yeah, do that.
Looks like a.
Come on.
Doesn't look like a pterodactyl.
Well, you don't get so many bits and bites. It's doing a job on me. All right, so I think it's one of the top games.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think it's Asteroids level
Cool.
or higher.
You give it a 7?
It's more interesting than Asteroids. Okay.
You give it an 8?
Well, I was looking at 0.5s. So
7.5.
I think Asteroids was a 7.5. You said it was a 7.
No, it was a 7.
Right. Are we settled on that? Probably.
I think 7.5 is appropriate.
All right. There we go. 7.5. Joust Keeper. All right. Another port.
Kangaroo.
Kangaroo.
Never heard of it.
Yeah. This is a port. This is a game. It was in the arcades. I like playing in the arcades. Doesn't look much like it.
Wow, looks like strawberries.
Looks like Donkey Kong.
There's a bell at the top. This game is
Well, there's gonna be more to it than
too
this.
much going on.
What's that rock doing falling? What's trying to kill me? You know,
Who
every.
are those? What is that? A monkey? Are those monkeys?
Oh,
Oh,
maybe
that
you can
sucks.
punch when you hit the bell. Oh, you see, he can punch.
So what?
He can punch
Really?
the kangaroo. Yeah, come on, get you some of this. Oh, they threw a coconut and hit me, man. They tag teamed me.
You can have different gameplays.
Oh yeah, you have different screens.
I don't know about that. You can have one baby kangaroo, two baby kangaroos, two
Alright.
monkeys.
They just coconut me. I gotta get to the top, man.
You play novice.
No, I'm on B, I think, which is good.
That's a baby kangaroo up there.
Okay. All right, his mom's gonna come get him, and it's just gonna knock the beans out of everybody if they screw with it.
Okay. Get the strawberries. They're worth 100 points.
Shoot. Greed.
81.
Yeah. All right.
No, 83.
All right. It's my last person. My last roo.
Wait, did you punch him?
Yeah, but I gotta watch if these coconuts, man. These coconuts are killing me.
I think you can do it. You got it, man. Now you can punch. Yeah. Punch.
Goodness gracious.
Did it.
God, that was
Let's see if
stressful.
the screen changes.
The screen, the purple's still there.
It's even harder.
Right. Get for coconuts.
Actually, it looks easier.
Right.
Good job. What?
All right. I can't decide if it's the keeper or not.
It's a port, right?
It's a port. I don't think it's much like the original.
Yeah, it looks kind of crappy.
Yeah.
Kangaroo
Would you play it?
once,
Mm-hmm.
then I'll throw it in the toss bin.
Kangaroo. Well, there's games that are worse.
Yeah, E.T.
Yeah, that's a high comment. There's games that are worse. Whoever developed this game.
There's just too much going on that's not related. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, you got the monkeys on the right, and you got a baby at the top.
I think it's
You got
it's all. I
coconuts
think
trying
it's
to
all
fall
related.
in.
I don't know what that bell does.
It makes more,
It makes more strawberries.
I guess.
I'm in a hurry to get my baby. How do you not miss a monkey?
Points is the point.
All right, it's a keeper, but it's
And
a
it plays a song that's unrelated to kangaroos.
5.5.
I'm
Or are you saying 4.5?
gonna say 5.
All right, we're splitting hairs, which is good.
5. What do we got now?
Well, we got
Keystone Capers.
This is a new one to me. This may be interesting. And it is Activision. All right.
Wow.
I don't know how to play. Let's figure it out.
Are you a police officer?
Yeah. That's the escalator, looks like.
Try to hit it. There's the bad guy.
And what does that do for me? You see the map at the bottom?
Yeah. You gotta go all the way across to the stairs.
Okay. That's close there, wasn't it? Oh, God.
Can't you hit him?
Well, I probably lost something.
Wow.
Yes! Now, what's these things?
Jump. Oh, you did it.
What are these things for?
I thought those were counters. Jump.
I've done.
I have no idea. Let me look that up. Well,
Look, here's money. Kind of a pitfall type game. Wonder why my 3 lives are blanking. The 05, 04. Is it time limit to get to the top? 3, 2, 1.
I believe you got away with it.
Alright, started off at the beginning.
Hmm.
Alright. Well, let's talk about it. It's got a lot going on.
Bonus. It's a bonus timer. Okay. Money bag. Elevator.
There's a guy there. There's a convict.
That is an elevator. I don't know how you get on it though. You get a patch if you get a score of 35,000 or higher.
To this day.
Yep.
I mean, it's a keeper. Then what? Right?
Trying to figure out. That's an elevator. Hey, did it go up?
No. Well, I didn't go anywhere.
The elevator can take Keystone Kelly up and down to any floor except the roof. Place Kelly in front of it and wait until the door opens. Then push your joystick forward.
Man, how did they ever push? Okay, what about the dude at the top? Am I supposed to catch him? What happened there? Running out of time? So it looks like, see him, he's in the way. I'm running, I'm chasing him, I gotta get through this stuff faster than he gets. Right?
Right.
He's gonna win. Are we on the same floor?
Points are earned each time a crook is apprehended. The sooner you catch him, the more points you'll get.
He's on the 3rd floor.
Practice.
There he goes.
Get up to the roof. You gotta be quicker than that. You gotta take the elevator.
Oh, we tried the elevator. Alright, look, he's right in front of me.
You got him.
I'm gonna run his ass down. There's the elevator.
Get him. One more screen, you got him. Hit him on the head.
Boom. Alright, it's
All
keeper.
over
What do you think the ranking is? 6.5?
Sure.
Or you think it's lower?
I don't care. 6.5 is good.
Oh.
What do you think about the graphics?
Good, good.
You like everything about it?
Activision, I mean,
Was it a port?
no. Alright, Kaboom, another Activision one. I think this may be a paddle game. It's a paddle game.
Another bad guy, huh?
So I rotate the paddles and try to catch the things. It's a keeper, and we can check when we do paddle games, but
I like the bad guy. It looks pretty cool.
I like the thought. It's hard to get a
So
ranking.
you're supposed to catch the bombs?
Yeah. I'll put in the paddle. It's a keeper. I'm gonna put it in the paddle pile. Laser blast. You ready?
Laser blast.
All right, here we go.
Laser blast.
Ooh. Now check this game out here. Well, this thing's gonna fry me, man. See how quick their shots are? I mean, some people collect like Activision or iMagic or whatever.
Yeah. What do you collect?
Collect dust.
Intangible.
What do you think about this gameplay? You think there's more than one screen? We'll never know.
I like the sound of the lasers.
Get in there, quick shot, man. If you're in the wrong place, you're toast.
They sound powerful. Are you the guy at the top?
I'm yellow, yeah. I can get a little bit higher, I can't get lower. I can crash on the dude, the turret, that kind of is cool.
I think it looks and sounds good.
Oh.
you kamikazeing?
Yeah, well, they're hitting me that I'm kamikazeing. I kind of wanted to dump it now. I'm kind of okay with it.
I like it
You like it?
very much.
All right. Score it.
We gave Keystone Capers a 6.5.
Yeah.
Are they moving? Are those things moving? Or is that you moving?
It's the dirt's moving after we fight. They don't move much. Keystone Capers. You think this is better or worse?
About the same.
So 6. All right. Laser Blast is 6. Keeper. Laser Blast. All right. Grab this. Whoa. We're almost to the last shelf. All right, so we are in the M's.
Cool.
We got Moon Sweeper,
Moon Sweeper.
a Magic Cart or ROM, and
Just about a janitor on a moon base.
we need to use
It's not working.
some special powers on it here.
Moon Patrol. That was a good one.
Yeah. All right, Moon Sweeper still not hanging up yet. All right, Moon Sweeper.
Come
Boom.
on, baby. Yeah.
All right. I'm Magic 1983.
That looks weird.
This is tough, man.
Are we seeing everything or are we missing something?
I think we're missing something.
Looks awful dark.
Yeah. Whoa. Whoa. You know, it turns us on. Different screens.
That's awesome.
Don't know how to play it.
You're doing pretty good.
I'm not doing
I
pretty.
like the 3D look.
I'm just hitting the button, man. It's just going on its own.
I like the 3D look.
Multiple.
I mean, the sound is great. The graphics are great. It's got my interest.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to give it a 6.0.
All right. It's a keeper.
Yeah.
I wish I could see it. All right, keeper it is. I would toss it because I can't see it, but I'm gonna keep it because you like it.
No, you need to just get a tube TV.
Moon Patrol. You ready?
Moon Patrol.
Now let me tell you about this one here. 1983 Atari. It used to have dun 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 dun. Woo!
At the arcade.
Yeah.
I wonder why they didn't do it.
I don't know. I guess they don't have the memory.
Memory and the graphics are separate.
Tell them. I mean, they were dedicated, man. They were dedicated. It's definitely keeper.
It's still a good game.
Yeah. It's up there in that Defender, Asteroids, Chopper Command,
I like the way the moon thing walks.
Berzerk, yeah.
What?
Uh,
What do you want to give it?
7.5?
Yeah, let's do it.
7.5? It's not getting you to an 8, is it?
8's hard to come by.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Does it change screens?
I think it might, I don't know. I haven't.
What's that little thing down there in the
Rocks and stuff. So it's a keeper.
No, it's like an X.
Oh, that's it. It's a port.
Alright.
Alright. Next up, support.
Okay.
No.
Missile command.
Look, this is a solid port here, man. I will destroy this thing. This is good when you're down here facing the existential crisis in your life. And you say, well,
Do you imagine that you're the city?
it could have been worse. It could have been worse in the 70s. You know, it could have been worse.
It was a good time in the 70s.
Yeah, well, it's Cold War.
Better than TV. Better than Archie's Bunker.
You know,
MASH reruns.
what conflicts we had in the 70s?
The Iran hostage.
Yeah, that was a big thing. It ended up the 70s.
Gas shortages.
Gas shortages.
Energy crisis.
Right, couldn't use Christmas lights.
I don't remember any of that stuff.
Think of all the people using Christmas lights now. They got to be using more energy than they did in the 70s.
LEDs, man.
You think LEDs saved it, or we found more
Yeah, I think
energy
LEDs
sources?
are used way less.
You know, they had to invent LEDs.
Alien technology, man.
Let's see if the screen works. 1970, look, it's what we're talking about. 2020, man, what's the odds on that?
2070.
Well, here's a question. Would you go back from 2020 to 1970?
Knowing what I know now,
2020 sucks, man.
we have taken the knowledge that
Now,
I
you'd
have
be
now.
your age now in 1970. Oh, it's tough. You wouldn't have that
I'd have
sweet.
to say yeah.
You wouldn't have that sweet electronic cocoon you curl up in every
I'd
day.
have to say yeah. I'd be living out in the woods somewhere.
Out in the woods, less people. It'd be harder to make a living.
No,
Like
it'd be
physically
easier to
harder.
make a living.
How? What would you do?
TVA.
TVA?
Work for TVA or something.
You have to have your degree, or I would too.
No, I'd just be a welder, like my uncle.
Really?
Yeah.
Once you notice that no damn cities have been killed yet, by the way.
Yeah, you're pretty good at this game.
All right, so it's up there with it's an 8 land, right?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. What was Gravatar?
Gravitar was
7.5. Gravatar had more visual interest.
Gravitar was an 8.5.
8.5. All right. All right.
Had more screens.
Right. Gravatar 8.5.
That's what we gave it. It was
Yeah,
awesome.
it's almost too hard to play.
It was wonderful. Just the different planets and
By the way, no cities have died yet.
what is the stuff in the middle that counts?
That's my bullets.
Yeah, bullets.
Oh, there's a smart bomb. See it?
Oh, okay. I didn't know you had a limited amount of bullets.
Yeah, you do. You know, in life, everything's limited, including life itself. I'm thinking we overrated Gravatar, but I mean, I'm saying maybe Gravatar is an 8 and this is an 8. What do you think
I
about
think
that?
Gravitar's better.
Okay, all right. Gravatar's because the game's more complicated, even though you can't beat it because it's too hard. Oh, there's a smart bomb that snuck down.
8.0.
8.0 for this.
You gonna
puppy.
keep playing till you die?
I don't think I'll ever die. Yeah,
You just lost a city. Two
saw the
cities.
nuclear explosions.
Saw the mushroom cloud.
I got so many points, I should get a free city back, at least one.
3 cities gone. That's 3 million people, Kevin.
Look, they gave me another city, man. This guy over here, he's on his own. All right, let's go to the next one. You ready?
Yeah.
Too much pressure. This looks man's a keep. The next one, Mousetrap.
Mousetrap.
All right, we may stop after these section here.
Okay. I hate the graphics on this game. Always have.
You played it?
Yeah, I've played it before.
It's a Pac-Man precursor.
I don't like the mouse face. It should look more like a mouse.
Right.
You don't have cat faces.
Again, it's like Wizard of War, like Pac-Man.
This came out before Pac-Man?
I didn't see the year on it. Did you?
I'll find out. Now you got a dog coming after you, or you turned into a dog.
I'm losing it.
I wouldn't think this came out before Pac-Man.
Coleco made it.
Mousetrap.
So those things know you're where you are, or they just kind of random around?
Cartridge instructions. $1982.
Yeah. When was Pac-Man? I mean, that we should know that.
Gotta be the 70s.
No, Pac-Man's later. Pac-Man's 82 or 83.
No way.
The real game.
For real?
Yeah, we'll hit Pac-Man in a little bit here.
I remember playing it on Atari back in the real early 80s.
Memory is not usually as accurate as
Fiction.
facts. Fiction. All right, keep it or kill it.
I'd keep it.
Well, you would keep it. Would you keep it at your house? How come you keep it?
Variety.
Variety.
Yeah.
All right, what's the score?
5.5.
5 or 5.5, right?
5.0.
Alright.
Hate the graphics.
Variety.
Maze Craze.
Yep, Maze Craze. Alright, you ready? I think it's maybe a 2-person game. Whoa.
Oh, wow.
This is interesting here. So I'm red, and you race your buddy in blue, and you try to get to the end of the maze, right?
Well, that's pretty cool.
Do you see the path in the maze? I don't see it yet.
You're just going around in a circle right there.
Yeah, I'm lost.
Actually, not even in a circle.
Right.
Yeah, I see the pattern.
You see the pattern?
No. That's a dead end too. Gotta go the other way.
Yeah.
Oh, dead end.
I'm not. I'm looking at the screen, not looking at the dude. So you're racing somebody else. That could be fun.
You're off of it. There you go. I like mazes.
Yeah. That's cool. All right, rank it.
I like the graphics.
6.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Got good interest.
6. Keep it. All right, you ready? This is Miss Pac-Man. Let's get regular
Oh,
Pac-Man.
Miss Pac-Man.
Miss Pac-Man. You ready? What year you think it is?
Is it Mrs.?
Ms. MS period.
84.
Yeah, 84, 83, right? Let's see what it says. 82.
Oh, this came out after Pac-Man.
What was the other one that we just now talked about? The Maze, what was that? It was before Maze Craze. Alright, here's the story on this one. It's a port. It's better than the original Pac-Man. The original Pac-Man, everybody complained about it. It was bad. They didn't do a good job on it.
Right.
I've never been a good Pac-Man player. I've never memorized the patterns or got good at it.
Each of the ghosts has their own personalities.
Yeah, right. Now this doesn't have the halftime show like the arcade game. You know, you have an arcade game and
They come out.
they meet and they fall in love and all that crap. Alright, Miss Pac-Man's a keeper.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. They did a good job on this. We'll get into debate on whether to keep Pac-Man or not. Do you keep
Pac-Man brings back memories for me, so I'd have to keep it.
the 2600 Pac-Man or the port? I mean, or the arcade?
The Atari game.
The arcade game?
The Atari game.
Oh, the 2600 one.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I just remember playing it when I was a kid at my cousin's house.
Where's it? What am I missing here? Oh, I see it.
You got it.
All right. Best I ever did.
What do you think about the graphics?
This is up there, man. It's up there with other Highlands, you know.
You're gonna get it.
It's close to 7.5, 8.
7.5.
I mean, maybe an 8.
What else you got?
Midnight Rider.
Never heard of it.
It may be a paddle game.
Midnight Riding.
All right, it's a pinball game.
Really? That looks pretty cool.
Yeah. It's good to have something besides space shooters. I mean, I like space shooters, but when you got 50 space shooters,
Right, yeah.
I think I'm not doing something right here.
We get the idea.
Yeah. All right. It's a keeper. 6.5.
Okay.
Or 6. Let's do 6.
Let's do 6.
All right. Midnight Magic. All right, guys. Whoever's watching the video, we've got about
Millipede?
we've got about 8 more.
Millipede.
Millipede. 84. Now, man, this is more advanced. Every year they get more advanced. We got DDT. I just blew somebody up with the DDT.
Wow, that's some fast shooting.
Yeah. Right, fastest shooting we've seen so far.
That's a fast millipede, too.
Don't waste those guys.
I think you should have looked different than a square.
I think they're stuck with that. It's a keeper. I think it's up there. 8. It's 8 land.
Should.
Why wouldn't it be a 10? You just don't like millipede?
I don't give 10s.
Right. Well, I don't either.
Always room for improvement.
Well,
Watch out for that beetle.
is it better than Gravatar?
No.
All right. So what we say?
Nothing's better than Gravitar.
8.
Yeah.
You will find. There's one game that's better than Gravatar. I'll show it to you when we hit the S's. All right. All right. Now we're into the P's. Hang on. That was the M's, right?
Pitfall.
I think we got to do the Nancy's.
We don't have any.
We don't. We've got Night Driver, Outlaw.
Oh, we did?
Yeah. N. How's the alphabet? P, Q, R, S, N, O. Yeah, I got it. Here's Night Driver.
Most of them stacked on top of each other. Night Rider.
Come on.
Night Driver.
I think it's a paddle game.
Wow. So you're driving at night?
Yeah.
With
And
paddles?
I think it's paddles, man.
I'd have to agree. Okay.
I mean, right now I'd say toss it, but you want to wait for paddles?
Yeah, better.
Kaboom was paddles.
What else we got?
Outlaw. That's famous.
Outlaw.
All right, come on, Outlaw. Work for us. Guys, got to play the game.
Probably hasn't been played in 40 years.
Well, it's got a little flap over there.
That's a pretty good testament to the Atari.
Oh, it's great, Tesla.
Solid state.
Right.
Light just came on over there.
We're at. All right. I think it's a keeper.
Is that a cacti?
That's a cacti, man. You just shoot that and you can bounce it.
Got that combat feel.
Yeah, get the combat feel. We used to play this in the arcade. It's a port. And you could just, irritate your buddy while the arcade place takes your money.
Good times.
Yeah.
We had an arcade in the mall.
Which one, Northgate or Hamilton Place?
Northgate, both of them.
I've been to one.
It was called Aladdin.
Where was the one in the Hamilton Place?
I think in the food court, right near the front,
Okay, I didn't see it.
For a
Where was the
while.
one at Hickson?
across from the Pizza Hut inside. Down one of the empty halls.
I think I've been in that one. All right, I mean, I'm not that attached to this. Kill it.
Yeah, this game sucks.
All right. What's the score? 3?
3.
All right. It's funny, we're always in agreement. All right, here's Phoenix.
Phoenix.
3 more left.
Phoenix. Looks like a
Space shooter.
Yeah. What are those creatures?
It's a port. It's got multiple screens.
I mean, were they just doing it for the quick buck?
No, people didn't want to go pay 25 cents to go play this in the arcade. They had to get a ride to the damn mall.
I'm saying the people who made the game, don't they realize how similar it is?
You like that right there? Look at that. Shutting the wings off of them.
They don't need no wings.
Well, they don't. They really don't.
Shoot them in the middle.
Right. Well, I don't have. Like I had that much control. Oh, he saw me coming, didn't he?
I like the creatures. It's like a manta ray or something.
Thinks the manta ray with feet.
Or a hawk. Oh, what happened to him?
The artifact. Come on.
He's too quick for you.
Oh, I got one leg left. Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't get him, man. I got a force field.
Oh, nice. Blast him out of the sky.
Alright, so it's a keeper, it's a port. You think it's a 7 or 6.5?
I give it a 6.5.
Alright.
That noise is just getting on my nerves.
Yeah. Oh, look here.
Watch out, that big alien ship.
They got a boss. They got a boss now. You know how that goes.
Gar's Revenge. Looking.
Damn it.
My,
Since it has the boss, you give it any more money?
I think we might give it an extra half point.
Alright. 6.5?
7.
Really? Alright. 7. I agree with you.
Pitfall.
Alright, Pitfall 1 and Pitfall 2.
Wait, what about that? What
What?
about over there?
Oh, it's Qbert. Is it PQR?
Q. Okay.
Yeah.
Pitfall.
Alright.
That's classic.
Classic. I can't beat it.
Oh.
Definitely had this as a kid.
Definitely.
Because when I was talking about what games did I have, I had Asteroids and this one.
Yeah, I remember playing this game.
How do you get loose? Push down?
Push the button, I guess. Watch out for the pickle.
This right here is the most irritating part.
Can they open their mouth when you're on them?
Yeah, I gotta get further back on their head.
What do you think about the graphics?
Well, you get into this as a thought game, right? Better than Haunted House.
Yeah.
Gameplay's interesting.
Yeah. Oh!
I'm gonna give this to you, man. Get across these
Can't
gators.
play this game. Just do it. Just jump all the way. Hey, look at there. Jump.
Yes. Just don't
Jump
want more
for the-
gators, man.
Wow.
At least down here you don't have any gators.
Just got scorpions.
Yeah. Alright. Alright, it's a keeper. What's the score?
Hmm.
7?
Yeah, let's do 7.
Don't let me convince you.
Let's do 7.
They don't let me convince you on the score, man.
No, that's good.
Uh,
Pitfall 2 will be a 7.
people love Pitfall. It's always at the top. Alright.
What about Pitfall 2?
I've been playing Pitfall 2 lately and can't beat it, and I like it. I don't know if it's an 8, but it's cool.
Look at that guy.
Music. That's like, if you see a little plus sign, you get to another one that's where you die, you go back to it.
Oh, okay. Don't fall in the water.
I need to fall in the water.
Squat down.
Shoot. See, it goes back to the X. You don't ever die on this, and there's no time limit.
That's good.
Yeah.
What is that guy shaking for?
Some kind of poisonous monkey.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, I like the music.
Well, after a while, now, you see this water I'm swimming?
Watch out for the crocodiles, right?
Well, they're eel, but there's some gold down here.
Oh, sweet.
And then music speeds up. Eventually it slows down. I mean, you can be down here for hours playing this, and I'm not admitting to that. Hours and hours and days
Does
and
it
days.
just keep going?
And I can't figure out this one place. I don't know how you swim with carrying all that gold, you know?
That's what I was wondering myself. Watch out for that snake.
Yeah.
Get up. Get there.
Alright.
There's some more gold.
So if Pitfall was a 7, this is at least a 7.5, right?
I'd have to agree.
So there's another place. So now if I die, I'll come back there.
Nice.
The problem is you're here for a long time, man. On this string here. See, this blocks you off over here.
Yeah.
You can't go. Right, and so you can play some games here.
Kind of reminds me of Metroid.
Metroid.
With the levels.
Look, there's water above me.
That's weird.
That's cool. I'm deep underground, man. Raiders Lost Ark.
7 more 5.
You had enough of this?
Yeah.
Me too. Let me show you the hard one here. See that frog?
See a good frog or a bad frog?
Bad frog. Now,
Whoa.
the bat's going to stick me. Yeah.
Is that where you get stuck every day?
I did for a while, for about 4 or 5 months. Cubert, last one. Cubert, it's a port. Did you rank that guy?
7.5.
Alright. Alright, hopefully I can read all that, because I'm going to type all these in, man. I'll do the typing.
I tried my best. I never did like this game.
I never liked the game, but it's got good graphics. Just died twice, man.
What the heck are you supposed to do?
Don't jump.
He just said a curse word.
Really.
Where's his nose at? There
So,
it is.
it's a port, but
Reminds me of the 80s.
yeah.
I mean, the graphics kind of suck.
Well, it's kind of MCS-ish.
Why
Screen
can't they make
change.
squares sideways?
You think it's just you're mad because you can't play it? Like I can't play it. I'm mad.
I always just thought it was a boring game myself.
How far'd you get?
I don't know. Can't remember. I just
You playing the arcade or just playing in the house? Did you own
Probably
it?
arcade mostly. I didn't
Yeah.
own the game.
You didn't own it?
Nope.
Let's see. There's no resale value in these things. You know that.
There's too many of them.
Yeah. All right, so I'm probably going to keep it just because it's a port and it may be somebody, but maybe somebody likes it. What's your thought? 4.5? 5?
Let's do 5.
All right, that's cute. So
Right.
we got a bunch left. We got some paddle games
Whole
here.
bunch.
We put a few games in the toss bin.
Good. We're getting through them.
All right. I guess we'll wrap it up there.
Yep. Until next time.
Until next time.
I'll move on.
Thanks, Ed. Appreciate it.
Sure. Memory lane.
Memories.